Hey guys, Aliflo here. I'm bringing you an Albion Online Corrupted Dungeon PvP video. I'm going to be telling you 5 tips that I used when I first started doing Corrupted Dungeons. I was doing so bad I couldn't win a single game, but these 5 tips, I guarantee that they will get you to Stalker level in almost no time. Alright, so my first tip for getting better at PvP slash Corrupted Dungeons is to just read all the weapons. Go to the Destiny board, click on the weapon types, read the E. I'm not going to tell you what they all do, because there's a lot of them, but I'll point out some of the main weapons you'll see in Corrupted Dungeons. So we got One-Handed Curse Staff is a pretty strong weapon right now. Does a lot of damage. Some people like to use healing staffs. I don't really see Frost Staffs that often, or Fire Staffs that often. Daggers, there's definitely a ton of daggers. Black Hands is huge. Twin dagger pair, that's huge. We got Bloodletter. A lot of people use Bloodletter. So I would just, click on them, read the E, see what they do, try to memorize it. Quarterstaffs are really annoying. They just run around, stun you a lot, and you pretty much can't kill them because they're just faster than all the classes. That's what it seems like. Spears, very versatile weapon. I don't see too many people using them unless they're trying to do like a one-hit build. Trinity Spear I would look at. Maybe the one-handed spear or the Daybreaker. I would read those. Bows are really popular. The normal bow, super popular, really good. The Bow of Baden, I would read that. A lot of people run that, and the Warbow, definitely. These are really annoying, the bows. And then, let's see what else we got for weapons. Crossbows are huge too. Some people run the normal crossbow as like a one-hit build, but mostly I just see people running Boltcasters, and they just silence you and hit you at the Deathward climax, and it pretty much just kills you. Light crossbow, personally one of my favorites. It's really good too. And what else do we got? Swords. I started with the Claymore. That was my first weapon I used. I don't see people use swords, like ever, in Corrupted Dungeons. The only 2 swords I would say that are viable are like the Broadsword and the Claymore. The other ones aren't good for Corrupted. Axes. Bear Paw is good. Battle Axe is good. The Great Axe just got buffed. I don't know how good that is. One-handed mace. So I would recommend, if you don't know what weapon to use, is to use the one-handed mace. I swear it is so good. It's so strong right now. It does a lot of damage, it has decent mobility, and like all of its moves like combo into each other. I'll show you later on in the video. The hammer, I don't know if anyone uses hammers in Corrupted Dungeons. Maybe the Forge Hammers. Alright, my second tip for Corrupted Dungeons is to read the armors. I'm going to go through and show you guys some of the more popular armors. So we're going to start with plate. So for plate boots, the only boots you'll see people running are Guardian boots sometimes for Giant. These can be abused really hard because they have no move speed really at all. Soldier boots, these have a lot of move speed, but a very long cooldown. And maybe Demon Boots for people who are trying to run away or like reset fights. And then for armors, you might see people run Soldier Armor. I don't. I've like never seen people run Soldier Armor. And some people run Knight Armor. The only thing I have to say about Knight Armor is just don't fight them in a tunnel. Make sure you fight them in a wide space so that they can't just push you and walk the other way. It's super annoying. That's all the plate armors. I don't think anyone... Or maybe the Armor of Valor. You might find people wearing the Armor of Valor. This is like a reflect. Whenever you hit them, it'll silence you and make you take like 100 magic damage. I think it's pretty good. I don't fight people who use it, like, ever. Honestly. For plate helmets, the Guardian helmet just got changed a little bit recently. So it's weaker at above 40% and stronger below 40%, but mainly it's still good for cleansing damage over time effects. So like curse staffs or poisons from like bows. I don't think you can get rid of like poison potion if someone throws it at you. But Garden Helmet, definitely a really good option. You'll see a lot of people using it. Soldier Helmet, I think Soldier Helmet's good. I don't see people use it that often, but I think it's like one of the better helmets, definitely. Demon Helmet, you might see people doing this when they're doing a one-hit build. It'll silence you for like 5 to 6 seconds when they auto-attack you. And then, so let's go to leather armor. For boots, pretty much people can run any leather boot because Refreshing Sprint is just good. Just an extra cooldown rate for a few seconds can help you get that move slightly faster than your opponent. So mostly that's what I see. I don't really see anyone running anything else for leather boots, particularly, unless just because they're using Refreshing Sprint. So it doesn't really matter what leather boots you're using if you're going to use leather boots. Leather jacket, Merc jacket, I would 100% read this. It's very important. I think Merc jacket is the best 1v1 armor in the game. Assassin jacket is also really good. You can use this to go invisible and to stall people, or try to wait for more cooldowns, which I'll show you later in the video. Hunter jacket, kind of gimmicky. I don't think people will be running this unless they're just doing like a full-on damage build. This armor doesn't really give you much. Well, it actually doesn't give you any defensives. It's only offensive. So, but the Merc jacket's way better, I think. No one's gonna be running Hunter jacket. That's pretty much what it is. I would still read it. And for leather helmets, we got Hunter Hood. This is a pretty common one. Just a flat reflect. It's pretty good. We got Assassin Hood for people who just want to burst you down and get their... Usually Black Hands uses this to just like hit you with their combo and then hit you with the combo again and you just die. Spectre Hood, this one's expensive, but really good because it'll reset your armor ability. So if you use this with a mercenary jacket, you just get 2 Merc jackets. And like I said, Merc jacket's like the best armor in the game for 1v1s. So why would you not want 2 Merc jackets? I don't know. Just because maybe you don't want to spend the money on it, or you think it's cheesy. And then we got cloth. For cloth armor, some people run Scholar Sandals because the focused run grants you immunity to stuns, roots, and slows, and maybe some energy. I think it's a little faster than run. Yeah, it's 10% faster than run. Doesn't last as long, though. But immunity to stun, some people use this against Black Hands. As soon as they like hellion boot in, and they hit you with the E, you pop this, you won't get stunned, and then walk away, and then they won't be able to do any damage to you. And then they wasted their E too. Maybe Royal Sandals, more expensive, but makes them a little weaker, but do more damage. So take that how you will. And other than that, I don't see anyone else running any of these other boots. Those are the only boots I see. Chest pieces, we got Cleric Robe, classic. Gives you a few seconds of invulnerability. This is really strong. We got Mage Robe. This can be really good too. It removes all buffs from your ally. So like Merc Jacket, if you use this when you see the Merc Jacket, it gets rid of the Merc Jacket. Super strong. Maybe Scholar Robe. I don't play any of the staffs, so I don't even know if anyone runs Scholar Robe at all. But yeah, or maybe Fiend Robe. You might see Fiend Robe, the fear around them. And Cultist Robe, yes. A lot of people like Cultist Robe when they're kiting. They can heal and then come back and fight, and then heal and come back and fight a lot. Run away and what. And for helmets, we got Mage Cowl. Someone might run Mage Cowl. Just bonus damage. Like healers like the Mage Cowl a lot because they can already heal, so they'll just like the bonus damage. This is one of my favorite, the Cleric Cowl. I think it's really, really strong. Since a lot of people run Black Hands and the Dagger Pair, this can be used right before they're about to hit you with their E, and you can just negate all the damage, 100% of it. It's really strong. Cultist Cowl, a lot of people like this for more damage. You use it on an enemy. It's kind of like a weird reflect where every time they use anything, they just get hit for magic damage. And if you're not paying attention to it, you can just easily kill yourself. And that's pretty much it. I don't see anyone else running any of the other cloth helmets in Corrupted usually. Alright, so we're in the Corrupted Dungeon. I'm going to go over my build a little bit and show you what I do when I'm in the Corrupted Dungeon. So first thing first, I do not hit the stone. Or sometimes I hit the stone, but I would not recommend if you're learning to hit the stone right away. So what you want to do is open the map and look for a square. So we can do something like this. This would be perfect. There's not a lot of enemies, so you're going to go and kill the monsters in this square. And just take note of your location. I'm using the one-handed mace build. I told you I'd show you guys why I think it's so strong. So pretty much all the moves link together. You can use the E to the W to the Q, and it works flawlessly on people. I'm not sure if there's anything they can do once they get hit by the E. So I'll show you, don't forget to eat your food, what it does on this mage. So you E them, maybe take a step back, W them, and then Q them. And they were pretty much stunned like the whole time. There wasn't really much they could do about that. You did see he tried to cast a spell at the end there for a second, but most people aren't ready for that. So we're just gonna kill these. Oh yeah, I gotta see my build. So I'm using Cleric Cowl because it's my favorite. Assassin Jacket. I think Assassin Jacket's really strong for the one-handed mace because your goal is to hit them with your combo and then kind of just chill and then hit them with the combo again. The Assassin Jacket gives you, once you're invisible, it gives you a damage buff up to 10 times, so 40%. And if you use your poison coming out of stealth, I believe 40% activates on the poison, and then you can still use a move to get another 40%. I think that's how it works. Another really cool thing about the one-handed mace is the E has invulnerability and CC, no CC during it. So I'll show you in a second. Kill this. We'll kill this bat, and then I'll try to use the E to dodge. See, I'm invulnerable. You saw that 0 there? So I dodged the bat explosion just by timing it well. The E is so strong. I love the invulnerability on that. It's like having like an extra mini Cleric Cowl on. Let's see. So I killed all the stuff in the square, so now I have a safe square that I can run around if I need to stall. So we got the stall. So I got all the mobs out of the way. So now I'm gonna run back, and now I'm gonna activate the stone. But before I activate the stone, I need to tell you guys something. You need to go into your combat settings. This is tip number, what am I? That 3, I think, or 4, 3. You need to go to, where is it? Controls. Double press to attack. You do not want to click on things and have your guy run at them immediately. That is the most annoying thing ever, especially in Corrupted Dungeons. On top of that, you don't want to be moving with the left click, because then you can accidentally like click these toads and your guy will just run to them when you don't want him to. You got to use right click to walk. When you right click to walk, can't click on anything, you hold it down, there's nothing you can do, you have full control of your character. It will make you so much better at stutter stepping. You will not just like walk randomly, click random things. You'll know exactly what's happening if you use right click to move. And on top of that, you're going to want to use spacebar to auto attack. You don't want to double left click every time you want to hit something, because then you're wasting button clicks on your mouse when you should be using your mouse to be walking and aiming. It's all you need the mouse to do. So you just spacebar and you can walk away. Gives you perfect access to everything. So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4 was to clear the square. You want to make sure every time you enter a dungeon, you clear the square. Even if you don't get someone to invade you, you might go invade someone else. I think the square is super important. I think if you want to guarantee someone to invade you, you can go up to 400 infamy and then activate the stone, and they will invade you. I'm not sure what the percentage on that or anything is, but or if that's even true. But that's always happened to me. So I'm probably just going to cut this until I get to the fight. See you then. Alright, so someone invaded me. So first things first, when you're a corrupted dungeon, is just go, when someone invades you and you created the square, is go to the square. Most important thing, go to the square. You can don't rush your corrupted dungeon. The whole purpose of making the square was so that you do not rush. So you're just going to chill in the square. So I see the enemy, he's down there, right? I'm just going to try to get an inspect off on him. I didn't see what he was. He's an Oathbreaker. Most important thing, step number 5, is... Fuck, I can't click on him. Is to inspect him. So I'm going invisible, stall him out. So I'm going to use the Cleric Hood here to block his E. I'm going to run away to stall him. Oh, I missed? Are you kidding me? I'm going to lose now because of that. And I got him. Alright. So I didn't really show off what I wanted to show off completely. I kind of rushed that fight even though I was telling you guys not to rush the fight. But I thought I caught him in a good position, so I kind of just went ahead and killed him for it. Even though the fight didn't go how I planned it. At all. But... yeah, that kind of sucked. Alright, well... I killed him, right? So that's good. Oathkeepers, I would not say this is the best weapon to use. He did play pretty good. I don't know. This is a weird build, to say the least. Defensive slam does half as much damage as this Q. Oh, but it's a slower cooldown. Yeah, I'm not completely sure on his build, but pretty much you're gonna use the square. As soon as you see him, you get the inspect off. I went in because I saw he wasted his W and he was like in that slow, so I was like, perfect time to go in. That's how you want to play your corrupt dungeons. You don't want to rush them. You want to wait for a good opening or until you have a good game plan. So I inspected him. I saw Oathkeeper's cultist robe on him. It was a weird build. I couldn't really determine the best things from that fight, to be honest. But say if it was like a curse staff, you know, I inspect him. I know he can't catch up to me, so he might chase me, and I just keep running in the square until I can think of all the stuff he can do, right? So while I'm inspecting him, I could click on his weapon. I can read his ability. There's no need to rush. You can know exactly what it does. Like, oh, okay, gives move speed, shields, and damage. This move is pretty strong, right? So as I'm in the fight still, he's chasing me. I inspected him. I'm reading his weapon. You don't have to rush it. They're not going to run away. Like, people who want to run away, you'll know they're going to run away. Because they're just going to start breaking crystals immediately. And there's no point in chasing those people down because you're not going to learn anything. And you might just kill yourself trying to chase them. And that's probably what they're hoping for anyways. So, yeah, don't chase rats. But you have all the time you want. You don't have to rush anything. I had plenty of time. I could have just kept running. I knew he wasn't going to catch me. Because we have like the same weapon, so anything he could do, I could do too. And his boots were just as good as my boots. Let me check his boots. Yeah, Merc boots. He was using normal run, or I was using sprint. But as long as you can get the inspect off on them, and you can formulate a game plan, be like, what's his most scariest thing? Oathkeepers. Scariest thing, Blessed Aura, which is why on tip 1 and 2 I told you to read all the weapons, right? Because I already knew what this weapon did, so I was able to fight him immediately and know what was going on. But if you've never seen Oathkeepers before, it would be a really, really hard fight, because you would probably fight him while he has his buff up, and then he would heal and have huge shields, and you would take a lot of damage, and then you would end up losing the fight, just because he got so much value out of his move. But I was able to capitalize because I already know what where Oathkeepers get all their value from. So, yeah. But as you can see, the Mace, pretty good. I just jump on him, hit him with everything, and then the plan is to go invisible right after I hit him with everything, and then throw the poison at him and hit him with everything again. That isn't exactly how the fight went. A lot of the fights that I have do go like that, where I just jump on them, beat them up, go invisible, and they stick around so I can beat them up again. It's definitely the best way to do it. But in that fight, I just knew that I needed to stop him getting value from this Oathkeepers. And I did that. When he popped it the second time, you saw I went Ice Block. So he could hit me, he just couldn't heal any life. And he could get shields, but I wasn't hitting him, so it's not like the shields were doing anything. I was just stalling for time until his move ran out. And then you saw he ran away, and I was able to catch up to him by sprinting and then jumping on him. And yeah. So, if you take anything away from this video, just take the Corrupted Dungeon slow, formulate a game plan, and execute on it properly. Inspect what they do, and inspect their armor and weapons. Don't just pop it up and close it and be like, yeah, they brought weapons. Yeah, they brought armor. Of course they did. You gotta actually look at the weapon, actually look at the armor, stop them from getting their value, and figure out how to make your weapon and armor give you value. So that's the most important thing. Just take it slow and inspect, make a game plan. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below if this video helped you, and like the video. It really helps me on the algorithm. And thank you guys for watching. You can also find me at twitch.tv/alloflow. I'm going to be streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a few hours. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to start posting more videos regularly on my YouTube channel, maybe like once a week. And you can catch me on Twitch, so come say hi. Thank you for watching.